Greetings everyone, DFG here. Hey guys, coming to you again from the graveyard. Hey, there's an old saying, there are three sides to every story. I think it kind of goes like this. You know, it's my side, it's your side, and then there's the truth. Now, I share that with you because I really wasn't sure I wanted to speak about this incident because there's been so much attention already given to it that I didn't feel like maybe there was a need to place any more commentary around it. And I'm talking about, in this instance, I'm talking about the Chicago Police Department in their entrapment thing. The entrapments thing. You know, I think that's what part of Chicago? I know it's the south side of Chicago, and they parked a tractor trailer of empty Nike sneakers right near basketball courts where inner city young men were playing basketball, with the hopes that these kids would literally go over and go into the trailer and, you know, take Nike shoes out of the trailer. Now, there weren't any sneakers in the boxes, but it was a sting. You know, in essence, they needed a way to start arresting, you know, black youth and putting them into the prison system. So if you think that this is always these mass incarceration of black men is all about criminal activities, you need to give that some true critical thought and do some critical thinking about that. Because if you take a tractor trailer, you park it on the south side of Chicago, right near basketball courts, you don't secure that trailer, then you are entrapping these kids and you're intentionally, you know, provoking these kids, which is illegal, I might add, to go in there and take those sneakers. Now, I know some of you are going to say, well, you know what, if they were honest kids, there's no way they would do that. Okay, well, let me paint a different scenario for you. Let's just say if I was a police officer, and I took and parked my vehicle, my car. Matter of fact, I was in a undercover vehicle. I was in a regular car. And I took my car, parked it in your suburban community, and then I took my wallet out of my pocket, rolled the window down, and took $300 bills, allowed those $300 bills to show sitting on my car seat, in my car with the window down, and I'll walk away and leave that car. While your kids in the suburbs, you know, are just kind of going up and down the street by their business, minding their business. And then one of your kids happen to look inside that car, and they happen to see that wallet sitting there on the seat with $300 bills sticking out of that wallet, and your kid decides to go into that, reach into that window, take that wallet. Now, your kid has never been in trouble before, ever. He's a good kid, no problems. He's going into the, you know, you got him in a great suburban area, going to a great school, in a great school system. You provide all the things that child needs, but he sees that wallet, he goes in there, he picks up that wallet, and then I come out of the bushes and say, you're under arrest because you are a criminal. Now, I think you and I both know clearly it would be hell to pay if I pulled that kind of stunt off, those kind of shenanigans. And you would never allow me to go to court and tell the judge, as a police officer, I'm not wrong for what I did. This kid is a criminal. Because if he wasn't a criminal, he never would have reached in there and taken that wallet out of there. Bullshit. We all know that when you entice children or young people like that, it has nothing to do with criminal behavior. Yet if these kids, and 3 kids did go in that truck, or 3 people went in the truck. One was 21, I think another one was an older person. They did go in that truck, and of course they were arrested. You follow me? But the tag that's being applied is what I'm saying to you. There are a lot of these so-called criminal activities, these so-called bad kids in a lot of these neighborhoods, and you're cleaning up the streets. You cannot entice someone with evil, and then when they act on that evil, come back and say your hands are clean. You're just as wicked as the person who set them up to do it. So you go around, you set up these kids in these inner city communities, and then you put them in the jail system, put them in the prison system, and then you want to come back and say that, oh, they because they're a bunch of little thugs and hoodlums and gangsters. No, the real thugs, hoodlums, and gangsters in this instance is the Chicago Police Department and its superintendent. Because when they called, when these young kids in the community actually videotaped what they were doing, called their hands on it, and then you see this group of police standing around giggling and laughing about it. You can find the video if you choose to look at it. Just Google in Chicago Police Department entrapment, trailer entrapment. It'll come right up. But the police officer sitting there giggling about it. And then later on, you know, when there was a public outcry in the community of why would the police do such a horrific act inside of this, in these communities, with all the issues that these children are dealing with, as it is with crime and everything else in the south side of Chicago. The police chief said, well, you know, we've had a rash of break-ins of containers with guns in them, and we're trying to figure out who were doing it, so we did this thing so that we can maybe capture those people. Now, doesn't that sound logical, practical to you? And I know some of you guys say, you're damn right, you know, Dale, I get it. But did you hear what I said? Did you listen to what I said? Because that was a key word that I said, based off of what the Chicago Superintendent of Police said. He said they were trying to catch individuals who were breaking into containers that had guns in them. Now you tell me, why in the hell would you have a trailer or trailers of guns sitting in the south side of Chicago? Oh, I know why. And maybe you don't, and maybe you do. But I know why. Because they want them to get those guns. Because they want them to use those guns. And again, this is why I tell, you know, those of you who are listening to me, that this is your media, this is your information, and you hear me talking all the time. I'm talking to you. Others who are listening, fine. You need to know the truth too. As the scriptures say, you'll know the truth, and the truth maybe will set you free. Probably not. Because I think some of you guys are okay with this criminal activity against these you know, minorities in a lot of these communities. But for you individuals out here who don't understand how this system works and how you're being set up, you know, to commit genocide inside of your own, you know, ethnic group, then you need to wake up and understand that this is serious business. This is not kids play here. And they're either going to lock your children up if you don't do something about this. They're going to kill your children if you don't do something about this. Or you're going to find yourself in a situation where that, you know, the whole country is going to turn against, you know, you as a people, you know, blaming you for acts that others are provoking. So you need to be very aware of what's happening. There needs to be more of an outcry about it. You need to share this video with other people so that they can hear and say it. And again, you know, don't take me for my word. You follow me? Go validate. As I started the video, there's 3 sides to every story. There's my side, there's your side, and there's the truth. Go find out the truth for yourself if you think I'm wrong. And you ask yourself the question, if you live in suburban America, could I come into your community, put a wallet with cash inside of a vehicle, roll a window down, walk away, one of your children walk by there, reach in there, grab that wallet, come out there and say, I got you, you criminal. You're going to jail. And you'll be okay with that. Bullshit. Excuse my language, bullshit. No, you wouldn't be okay with it. And neither am I, and I hope you guys aren't either. So that's my, you know, little, you know, 2 cents worth about that. Well, it's more than 2 cents. That's my, in my opinion, this is my invaluable worth to you around understand your environment, understand that the people who's supposed to protect and serve don't always protect and serve. All right? Again, 3 sides to every story. You need to make sure that you get the right side and stand for righteousness and justice and stop this criminal behavior by those who are supposed to be eliminating criminal behavior. Peace, guys. Love you guys. Thank you for listening. Share the video and talk to you soon. Squanto, DFG, Gideon's Flight, you know, ambassadors of men. Peace, guys. Thanks again. Have a great day.